Hello, 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 dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. So, today there has just been, I don't know, like a lot going on. um, very, very heavy in meditation, but there's definitely this thing that was coming through. And it was funny because I recorded something when I was in the car, but it ended up having no audio, and it was about there is a lot of people are waking up, let's put it this way, in the middle of the night. A lot of people are having restless night. But instead of embracing the time, instead of embracing the energy, the overthinking, the overanalyzing, the overprocessing, or at least trying to analyze or process why they're up, they're trying to force themselves back to sleep, right? Because then there's this notion or this belief, let's put it this way, that they're not going to be able to function during the day, right? When the time comes. And there is a need to realize that that is not true. There is a need to realize that if you're being woken up at a certain time, whether it is 1, 2, 3 in the morning, that you're going to be fine, right? You're going to be able to get everything that you need to get done during the day without it being affected. Now, how is that possible? Well, very simple. When you allow yourself to follow your intuition, when you allow yourself to embrace the now, you learn to kind of go with the flow and are not resisting or pushing back so much when events like this tend to occur. So if you are one of those that are waking up, let's say in the middle of the night, that are in that process when it comes to your ascension, when it comes to your evolution, this light is so bright right now, guys. Again, instead of spending that time trying to get back to sleep, instead of hey Jocelyn, instead of spending that time trying to go back to sleep, or instead of worrying how you're going to get through the day, try meditating for a few minutes, try controlling your breathing for a few minutes, and see what it is that you're being guided to do. A lot of people, your creativeness, right, that creative energy is heightened during those times, and a lot of times we fail to realize it, right? And maybe the reason why for you personally, let's put it this way, the creativity, that energy that is trying to wake you up, that is trying to get you to see the bigger picture, that is trying to get you to see the possibilities, right? Is waking you up at a time when you're calm and you're relaxed enough, right? Maybe the signs have always been there, right? To get you, to push you towards something, to push you to go after your goals and after your dreams. But the busyness of life, the busyness of your day to day is not allowing you to realize it, to recognize it. So therefore, when you are sleeping, when you're in bed, it's like, oh, come on, let's wake up. We got the perfect time. So there is a sense here to try to embrace that time, and don't worry about how it is that you're going to function during the day, because again, it has a weird way, kind of almost like a magical way of allowing you to be able to get everything that you need to get done. I know that not everybody is home, that some people still have to physically go out for work, and I get that. And it may be scary. Like, I've been up, let's say you've been up like, 6, 7 hours prior to having to get to work, and you're almost kind of like freaking out. Again, I feel that, and again, for everybody's going to be different. You know where you are within your ascension, within your growth. And again, just take, when you're waking up, if you're waking up in the middle of the night anyways, take a few minutes, meditate, take a couple of deep breaths in and out, and allow to see what it is that is coming, right? What is it that Spirit is asking of you? What is it that you're supposed to be doing that you have been procrastinating? What is it that you have to get started, that you have been pushing back because of your day to day? So that's pretty much the message that I wanted to go ahead and say. There's also this need to, again, whenever we're going through these massive ascensions, right, there is a tendency where you kind of a lot of people feel like it's more of like an attack, right? And it's not, and it is an attack in a sense, but it's not personally against you, if that makes any sense. It is more of what it is that you're doing, right? The realization of things, the being able to see when the veil is lifted, right? And because you're starting to see or recognize things in a different way, there are definitely energies that are going to try to interfere. Now, again, and I've said this again many times before, those interference come in ways or that are triggering you, or in ways where you may feel that people are attacking you personally and things like that. And what you have to realize is that a lot of people, even though they're at that breaking point, right, of waking up, there's something within them that is still trying to grasp to the illusion, or is still trying to grasp to the reality that they're in now, not wanting to go into the unknown, not wanting to expand. And you cannot take that personally. So what tends to happen is people then start to kind of either attack one another, or like, whether it's verbally, like, cursing at each other, or verbally going at what it is that you're doing, how you do it, etc., trying to kind of like push you down or trying to suppress you down. And you cannot take that personally, to be honest with you, to a certain extent. And you cannot also allow that to and you cannot allow that to, let's put it this way, to kind of stop you in your tracks, right? Because it is a distraction, right? Because now if somebody is saying something towards you, or somebody comes at you with something negative, then you're just kind of like, your energy, your focus is on that versus being on what it is or where it is that you are in your own process. So I know that for some people, it may be a little difficult to understand, right? Well, so-and-so is always coming after me. Okay, but you have to let so-and-so deal with their own things, right? Because when you're feeding into those energies, when you're feeding into those type of situations, the only thing that you're doing is allowing yourself to be dragged down with them. And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, we are trying to align, right? To be in alignment with people that are in the same frequency as you are. But that does not mean that you have to lower your frequency in order to match someone else. That means that they have to do the work within themselves to come and meet you where you are at. And I feel that that is one of the things that a lot of people are starting to recognize and are starting to realize, that a lot of the bitterness, a lot of the bickering, a lot of the fighting, a lot of the arguing are more in a sense of a distraction to kind of keep you stuck where it is, to kind of keep your process from continuing forward. So there is this sense, again, doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter what they're saying, doesn't matter how they're coming at you. What is it that you want to invest your energy in? And is this something that is going to help you grow? Is it something that is going to help you to continue on evolving? Now, yes, there are times when people are going to say things that may trigger you. That is, the lights have been acting up in every single room in this house, guys. So just ignore it. So then that is the moment, right? When you feel triggered, when you're feeling that high intense energy, where you have to kind of pause yourself, right? Nobody's going to come and say, yo, you need to take a chill pill. No, you need to tell yourself, take a chill pill. Let's think about this, right? Let's take a couple of deep breaths in and out, and let's see, what is it that I need to realize? What is it that I need to recognize about myself so that I can move beyond this, so that I can get to the next level? Because the thing is, again, a lot of people are wasting their time arguing and fighting. And it's like, whoever it is that is coming at you is probably not even recognizing that they're doing it, to be honest with you. They themselves are being triggered, and instead of going inward, they are putting that out there again. And it's because there are a lot of foundations, a lot of things that are crumbling down. Hello, Sabrina. There's a lot of things that are crumbling down at the moment that people, again, either because of their belief system when it comes religiously or whatever it is, they do not want to let go, right? They do not want to let go. So if I have this, right, and I don't want to let go of it, I'm going to do do everything in my power to hold on to it, right? Because I see this, I feel it, I know that it's here, right? But if there is something ahead of me, something that I have gotten a vision or, a dream about, and it's over there, but I can't feel it at the moment physically because it's not here. It's like, well, why am I going to go towards that when I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to get there, how things are going to work out when I know that I have this, right? And I have it and it's here now. And that's where your faith comes in. That is where your trust comes in. And that is where your confidence within yourself, knowing that you have to follow your own path, has to come in. And I hope that makes sense, guys. So let's go ahead and see collectively what is at the root chakra. So when we talk about the chakras, as you guys know, they have different colors and things like that. And the root chakra is mainly about trust, right? That's that security, that groundingness, that ability to kind of feel secure within yourself, within your surroundings, to feel safe enough to go ahead and get something started, to go ahead and initiate something, right? Regardless of whatever it is. This is not guided towards love or finances or anything like this. This is more, what is it that your soul is trying to show you when it comes to each of your chakras that maybe you have been avoiding or neglecting, let's put it that way. So we have the Temperance, the Magician, and then the Five of Wands. So again, there is this balancing out at the moment, right? This balancing out within yourself, right? What has caused you in the past, let's put it this way, to feel like, to feel that, and it's not so much of a control of trying to have everything go down like a specific way. Let's put it this way. This is more of that alignment, that balance, that safety, right? That no matter what, things are going to work out. There is a sense of somewhere along the line, right, that was lost. Maybe something occurred. Maybe something didn't plan out the way that you wanted it. That kind of shook your trust, not just within spirit, not just within the universe, but also within yourself. There was something that occurred that caused you or put you in this space where you started to doubt yourself, where you started to doubt the power within yourself, that kind of energy that allowed you to propel forward, that allowed you to kind of be able to shift your perception of things in in an instant, right? So there was definitely something here that transpired, that kind of shook you, that kind of pushed you into, it's almost like getting cornered, right? It's almost like being cornered by situations, being cornered by things that you couldn't control. But instead of looking or realizing the lessons that were within those unfortunate situations that occur, there was a lack or a disconnect where things just started to spiral out of control. We have the 10 of Swords with the Princess of Coins and then the Queen of Coins, right? So there's definitely this energy of overcoming this 10 of Swords energy, right? Allowing yourself to really release not just what occurred, but also how it made you feel, right? Because sometimes we can release a situation, but we don't release the emotional attachment from it. So there has to be a realization, that you have to, is almost like recognizing, okay, when you're talking about something, right, that happened, something that was painful, whatever, something that taught you a very heavy lesson, are you still in your feelings about it? Or are you able to talk about it at this point from a place where you can actually help guide others? And I feel that is, when it comes to that safetyness of things, is like almost realizing that this is something that is in the past, right? This 10 of Swords energy, this energy where it almost felt like there was just destruction in every part of your life, right? Romantically, financially. It's like your car is breaking down every other week, the lights are being shut off, whatever it is, right? There's almost this needing to realize or needing to recognize that you don't have to be there, but it's a choice that you have to make, right? It is a choice of looking, okay, what was I ignoring at the time time that allowed me to fall into those types of situations, right? Where were the red flags given to me? Where were the signs that I missed, so that I don't allow myself to feel so unstable within myself that at that point it starts to literally manifest all around you? Because again, there was something that came in and kind of shook you to your core that then kind of allow everything else to crumble. But that's the thing, is like, that is technically what tends to happen, right? Because when things are in a comfortable position, right, when things are going good, at times we tend to ignore our own intuition or ignore the red flags. So we have the Ace of Wands with the World and the Empress, excuse me. Guys, the puppies are going crazy. They just been like that like all day today, so I'm not even gonna front. I was gonna wait till later to do the video, but I'm like, you know what? From the looks of it, they're probably just gonna be like that. So some of them are getting picked up tomorrow, so there are a little like, I feel like they know that one of them is leaving tomorrow, so they're kind of like in that energy, like, let's just party tonight. Anyways, all of this that transpire, right, when it comes to your security, when it comes to your safety, when it comes to your trust within yourself, had to happen, right? We have the Ace of Wands with the World and the Empress card. So this is definitely, regardless of how hard it was, right? Regardless of how hard it was to have your foundations broken down to the point that they did, is allowing you again to either see hope or to start it's almost, I don't know why I want to say like see hope, because I feel that that's what it is, right? It's almost like watching a movie and you're seeing all the possibilities in things. You're seeing all the things that you want, and you are allowing yourself again to have that trust within yourself, to have that trust in the universe that you're going to be able to accomplish everything that you want to. But there's definitely a need here that when you're revisiting your past, you have to be careful that you're not allowing the emotions to kind of drag you back to the feelings, because then if you're actively living in those feelings, you can definitely remanifest what it is that you just came out of. I hope that makes sense. And I'm sorry guys, I gotta take my boots off because they make way too much noise with the ball. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on over to your sacral. So when we talk about the sacral, we talk about the creativity, the sexuality. We talk about our emotions and things like that. And I feel that this is definitely what's going on collectively with a lot of people, with the waking up, with the being restless, with the with the energies kind of burst, feeling extremely alive, extremely awake and kind of going for it, and then all of a sudden feeling very tired and very needing to rest and needing to sleep. So the kind of like the dynamic of the two ends, right, where you're going and going and going, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I need to get my ass to bed. We have the Tower, the Ace of Coins, and then the Two of Swords. So of course, with the Tower energy, I feel that is what a lot of people are experiencing, right? This dynamic of either not sleeping or sleeping too much, trying to find that balance within yourself. What is it that it works for you, right? Why are you denying yourself sleep when your body is asking you for? And then why are you denying yourself the opportunity to go ahead and follow your dreams, to go ahead and do something creative, right? Why is it that regardless of whichever end you are in, you're fighting the energies, right? Why? Because of the time, it's 2:00 in the morning. I shouldn't be up. Who says that you shouldn't be up? If you're being woken up, and that's the thing, it's like you need to learn to follow your own path. So stop worrying about what society is telling you when you have to be awake, when you have to be asleep, when you have to eat, when you have to whatever, right? There is a sense here of reconnecting to self, reconnecting to your higher self, so that you are able to accomplish the things that you are meant to accomplish during this lifetime, right? With the Ace of Coins, again, whatever it is creatively that is coming, right? Whatever these energies that may feel destructive, that are waking you up, that are keeping you awake at night, are coming in for that change, right? We have the Two of Swords. There is a change here that needs to occur, right? The living that type of lifestyle that you have been living. For some of you, this is definitely, and I don't know why this is coming up, but for some of you is your eating habits. Some of you are definitely overindulging when it comes to certain substances or food. And it's like, hey, can we take care of your body? Can you take care of your physical body? Because a lot of you that are not able to sleep, or that are oversleeping, it is because of the things that you're putting inside your body. Now, I'm not telling anybody how to eat, but I do feel that there are some of you that have been led to fast and you have been ignoring that. And until you do not start with that fast, some of you have made promises of fasting and have not complied with it. And it's like that is something that you need to do. There is almost like a cleansing of your physical body that is trying to occur to allow you to see, to allow you to make a choice, right? It's like you want the new, you want to move forward, it's like you have all these ideas, you pray about it, you hope about them, you wished about them, you try to manifest them, but when you're woken up to have the opportunity to work on all of these ideas that are creatively coming to you, then you're just like, I want to sleep, but I want to sleep because it's 2 a.m. And it's like, can you just freaking get up and do what I'm asking you to do? Like literally, it's that type of thing. It's like you ask for something and then it's delivered, and then you're just like, well, nah, that's not going to work for me. Well, guess what, sweetie? Not everything is going to come at the time that you want it to come. Yeah, it's almost like everything is being given to you, right? But you're pushing it aside, because it doesn't fit the norm, right? It doesn't fit the normal, whatever normal is, because there's no such thing as normal. Let's just be honest with that. So we have the King of Swords, the Queen of Coins, and then the Five of Wands. That Five of Wands keeps on coming up. With the King of Swords and the Queen of Coins, again, you have to make this choice. You have to decide what is it worth to you, right? Is living the lifestyle that you want worth the sacrifices that you're being asked to make at the moment? And again, these sacrifices, when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to, whether it is, sexually or emotionally or whatever it is, I honestly, the main thing that I'm picking up here is creative energies, right? There is a sense here of like, well, we're giving you all these creative ideas. We're giving you everything. And all you have to do is probably spend an hour, right? 2 to 3 in the morning, 3 to 4 in the morning, whatever it is, and just work on this. And you're going to see how quickly this is going to manifest, how quickly this is going to pick up. But again, you're not realizing that you're spending an hour trying to put your ass back to sleep when you have been an hour working and then gotten your ass back to bed, back to sleep. I'm just being honest. So there is a sense here. You need to stop fighting the creativeness when it's coming in. Those creative ideas when they're coming in, and it's like then you're turning around and you're seeing other people doing exactly what it is that you want to do. We have the Hermit, the Magician, and then the Devil. And then what happens? You get upset, you get bitter, you get jealous, you get frustrated because you're like, damn, I could have been doing that. Damn, that was my idea. Yeah, it was your idea, but you're not the only one getting it. You may have been the first one to get it, but you didn't act upon it. So there was somebody that was ready and willing to go ahead and act on the same idea. They get it. It doesn't really matter if they got woken up at 3 a.m. They got up and they were like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And they went ahead, and now you're seeing someone else living off the lifestyle that you wanted to live. You're seeing someone else living out your dreams because of the simple fact that when the idea came to you, it didn't fit the norm of the regular time. And there is a sense here of needing to move away from that clock that is telling you that you have to do certain things at a certain time. There's a lot of adjusting here that needs to happen, and there is definitely a needing to listen to your ideas and to that creativeness that is trying to burst out of you during this time. So with the solar, we have self-esteem, confidence, personal power. So let's go ahead and see what is at the solar plexus at the moment collectively. The Ace of Wands, the Princess of Coins, Temperance, Judgment, Ace of Swords, Three of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands, the Princess of Coins, and then the Temperance. Again, there's no need here to worry or think about what anybody is saying, there's no need to worry about what anyone else is doing, right? This is this is like, it's almost this wanting to do everything in your power, right? To find that balance within yourself. But it's almost of like wanting to change yourself instead of allowing yourself to grow, right? Instead of allowing yourself to evolve. So instead of focusing how you can be like someone else, or how you can be as successful as someone else, or how you can be as, whatever, as someone else, there is a focus, okay, how can I be the best version of myself? What is it that I personally want to improve because it makes me feel better? So there's definitely a little bit of selfish energy that is needed or required at this time in order to help you boost your confidence, in order to help you boost that self-power, that self-esteem up. Because again, there has been this complete disconnect with yourself. Judgment, Ace of Swords, and then the Three of Wands. There are definitely there's certain things, there's certain people, there's certain energies, there's certain thoughts or perspective or whatever that needs to be let go of in order to find this balance within yourself, in order to regain that confidence within yourself. You may be surrounding yourself with too many people that are constantly kind of like making it, and it's going back to the root, because it's almost this energy of like people trying to make you doubt yourself, or people trying to shake your confidence. And again, some of you are allowing it to happen because it's almost like, somebody's down, and I don't look at it as like you being like higher than them in a sense of like being a better person. But this is somebody that still has not woken up, let's say, to certain realities, to certain things that they know is there, but it's almost like they're choosing not to see it. Because if I don't verbally say it, or if I don't accept it, then it's not real, right? And they have this tendency where it's like they trigger you and you allow it to happen, right? It's like they'll say something and you allow that shit to like fuck up with your mind, and you need to stop that. So we have the Ace of Coins, the Four of Wands, and then the Four of Cups. Again, there is a need here to realize that whatever is being removed, whatever has been removed, is going to be replaced. Whether in finances, whether in love, whether in career, whatever has been removed will be replaced if you allow it to. Now, some of you are still in this energy of focusing too much on what you have lost. And that in itself is not allowing you to see the value and the worth within yourself. Because you're focusing either on what somebody said or somebody did to you, and you're living, it's almost like you're almost torturing yourself with that energy, because you're just like kind of like reliving whatever they said or whatever they did, and you need to let go of that. Again, if something is triggering you, just take some time to just kind of like allow yourself to go inward and see why it is that it's triggering you. So with the heart, we talk about love. And this doesn't have to be just romantic love. This is any type of love. We have the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So definitely communication. I feel that there are a lot of people in general, let's put it this way, that you're either walking towards or coming towards you. It's almost like a gathering of almost like your soul tribe, right? Connecting with those are within your soul tribe. Almost attracting these individuals that are resonating with you, that you are resonating with. Being very hopeful for that, right? Being very hopeful for what it is that is coming, and really allowing your voice to be heard without having to force it, right? Without having to force people to kind of get what it is that you're saying, right? It's like you have to, it's almost, you're no longer having to translate your soul for people to get you. We have the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Coins. There's definitely a sense here walking. There is something that you're walking away from, and a lot of people are walking away from a lot of things at the moment. But I do feel that this is going to open up a lot of opportunities. Again, when it comes to connection, when it comes to connecting to those that are part of your soul tribe. But there is somebody romantically here that wants to come forth, that wants to offer you some type of commitment. For some of you, it's definitely going to be romantically. For some of you, it's going to be more in a collaboration type of work. But this is definitely going to bring a lot of fulfillment, a lot of joy, a lot of almost like, it's almost like your heart is being burst open at the moment, if that makes any sense. Hello. So there's definitely this and it's beautiful because it's almost like that Five of Coins is like she's releasing, right? She's letting go, but she knows that there's something better, there's something more. And we have the Eight of Coins, the Fool, and then the Death. So with the Eight of Coins and the Fool, it's like definitely you're going to take that leap, right? There's definitely this sense that whatever this is, this energy of love that you are feeling, that you're embracing at this moment, is definitely is almost putting an end to that energy where you may have felt alone, where you may have felt completely different, where you may have felt that you couldn't connect to anyone. So there's definitely a huge transformation going on in the heart chakra at this moment, where it is allowing you to genuinely, unconditionally love others, but also receive that love. And kind of moving away from that energy of like almost that fear that everybody is out to get you type of energy. Because again, those that you are connecting with are at the same vibration that you are in. So let's go ahead and see the throat communication. How are the communications coming across with the collective? Okay. We have the Hermit, the Nine of Swords, and then the Three of Wands. So some of you are definitely or may have been in the space where you may have been a little in this energy of like almost retrieving, right? Of this energy of like you're going through your ascension, you're going through all these energies, and it's almost like not wanting to be a burden, right? Not wanting to be a burden with others. But there's also been this energy of like almost like internally, let's put it this way, you knew that there were certain things that you had to work through, there were certain things that you had to release. So therefore, it was almost like you were. It was almost like you were being told to like hush, right? To hush, like just feel it, see it, sense it, before you say anything. It's weird because it's almost like it's not that you didn't have anyone around you per se. It is more there was something within this energy of like there were certain things that you were not meant to communicate to others. But this Nine of Swords is almost, oh, I get it now. I get it. Okay. So there was something where, again, and I'm picking up this energy of like when things were too premature, right? When things were at the beginning of the certain things. Yeah, because again, where some of these cards are repeating. We have the Five of Coins again with the Six of Wands and then the Death. Is that discernment that needed to be learned when it comes to when it is to announce things, when it is to talk about things. There were things that were given that were only for you. They were meant for you and only you. They were meant to help you grow, to help you evolve, right? And there was almost this thing of like oversharing, and it wasn't that. And that's the thing, is that because I don't feel here that whatever you were sharing was bad or anything like that. But again, it's like certain things are meant for you. So there had to be this understanding of what is for you and what is for you to share, almost type of energy. Because there were things that you were sharing with others, whether they were friends or family members, and it's like it could have been going in the right direction, and the moment it came out of your mouth, it just crumbled and kind of like disappeared. The Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. So yeah, there's definitely a huge I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I look at these cards and it's like oh, come on. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Cups, and then the Eight of Swords. So there's definitely here a sense of wanting to, and it's almost like I don't think you guys realize this, right? I don't think you guys realize how much power and how much you guys can actually manifest what it is that you want. There is with this Eight of Swords of like, be very careful about those thoughts that are lingering, those thoughts that need to be is almost like, you'll be talking about what it is you're trying to do. And then this is like all kind of like a dynamic of like within yourself, right? Where you're thinking about your visions, you are doing guided meditations, whatever it is, right? And then it's like something from the past will come in and kind of like put a stop to it. So there's definitely a need that when these type of energies, right, when these type of thoughts, what we call like negative thoughts or whatever, are coming through, there is a need here to kind of like recognize it, observe it, but do not allow it to consume you, and do not stay within that energy. Do not try to suppress it in a sense where you're trying to just ignore it. It's like allowing it, seeing why it is that it's coming, right? Why is it resurfacing, and then releasing it. Because I feel that the more that you try to suppress it, the more that it wants to linger and wants to continue on coming up. When it comes to communication with the universe, when it comes to communicating the things that you want to manifest, there's definitely a sense here of this is, again, there is this need to stop worrying or stop focusing on what people are going to think about what it is that you're manifesting. Because again, a lot of your lives are going to be changing in drastic ways so quickly that people are going to be looking at you and they're like, what? And this is going to come out so cheesy, but it's like, what contract did you sign with the devil to get to where you're at, is what I'm picking up. Because it is going to be that much of a drastic change within every aspect of your life. When we're talking about love, finances, like we're talking about your career taking off, we're talking about like literally there is this complete the transformation that has been occurring within yourself is going to manifest almost like all at once, all around you, that people are going to be like, literally, what contract did you sign with the devil? Not realizing, and I'm saying that in the sense, like, where a lot of people think that in order for you to get to a certain level or to a certain point, you have to deny yourself something, or that you have to kind of like almost sign your soul off, right? Instead of realizing that when you allow yourself to go with the flow, when you allow yourself to be and to learn and to evolve and to see the bigger picture, and allow yourself to see that it is more than just black and white, in the aspects of things, then things start to manifest, things start to change. And there is definitely a sense here that your own communication with the universe, your own communication when it comes to your manifestation is definitely definitely moving to the next level. And you're definitely going to leave a lot of people surprised. Let's put it that way. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the third eye. So when we look at the third eye, we're looking at that that wisdom, right? That intuition, that being able to kind of see, right, behind the scenes, or the different types of perspective. We have the Four of Wands, we have the Queen of Swords, and then we have the Empress. So there's definitely a sense here of, again, there is a lot. I feel that there's a lot, when we talk about like downloads, right? There's a lot that is coming through. There's a lot that, again, you're going to have to be very aware of what it is that you are sharing with others, right? Whether it is your own ideas, whether it is, the downloads that you're getting, whatever it is, there is a sense here of needing to pay attention what it is that you're supposed to share and when it is that you have to share it. With the Empress, again, this is definitely elevating you or putting you in a position where a lot of people are going to be kind of it's like people are looking up to you, or people are looking for your advice, or people are looking at what it is that you're doing, or trying to figure out how it is that you did it so that they themselves can do it. So it's almost like you're being elevated into this this space or this energy where now you are ready to lead, where now you are ready to guide others to that level, or to the next level, if that makes any sense. There's definitely that Queen of Swords is definitely that energy of like, what was it? There was something that I have read where it was like, it's almost like, when people think like when you go down the spiritual path or whatever it is, like, some people want to come at you a certain way, not knowing that they're still like a little thug or a little ghetto inside of you. And that's kind of like what I'm picking up. It's like, yeah, just because you are in this space, right, where you're manifesting, when things are going for you, it's like you still know your own shadow side. And it's like people are going to be able to sense that, if that makes any sense, before they even try coming at you. And I'm starting to lose my voice. So you have the Seven of Wands with the Star, and then the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups energy, I'm not gonna lie, definitely seems, we have the Seven of Wands with the Star, right? So it's like you guys are focused. You guys are definitely in this energy when it comes to your intuition. Like, I'm focused, I'm meditating, I'm doing my mantras, I'm, praying, I'm dancing, whatever it is that you guys do. And it's almost like you guys are almost not, and because that's the thing with the Six of Cups, is not so much that you guys are ignoring someone on purpose, but there are people from your past. And again, this doesn't have to just be a lover. This can be friends or whatever. There are people from your past that are trying to get your attention, that are trying to come back in, that are trying to apologize. But it's like, it's almost like energetically, even though they're trying to reach you, whether it is through text, through the phone, through social media, whatever it is, there's almost like this almost disconnect, right? Because you're at a different frequency, you're at a different level. So just be careful with this energy, because I just feel that this energy is going to, whoever this person is or whoever these individuals are, they're going to try to, it's almost like, I'm trying to figure out like how to put it into words, the energy that I'm picking up, because it's not that somebody's doing like witchcraft on you or anything like that. That's not what I'm picking up. But it's almost like this energy of like wanting to, it's almost like triggering you or trying to trigger you based on what it is that you're doing. I don't know if that makes any sense. So based on the lifestyle that you live or that you choose to live, it's like they're almost like trying to bring your past, right? And not recognizing you or not recognizing who you are now. So it's like they're almost trying to trigger you by either telling others or telling you who you are based on who you were like 15, 20 years ago. Because it's like they want to be a part of what you're doing. They want to be a part of what you're creating. But again, this disconnect, I don't feel that it's that you're doing it on purpose. I just feel like you guys are literally so focused on, when it comes to your intuition, when it comes to your growth, right? When we're talking about the third eye, that you, and it's like, I feel that a lot of you sense this energy already, because we do have the Five of Swords with the Knight of Cups and then the Six of Coins. And again, it's like you guys were told to release these individuals, right? But it's almost like whoever these people are coming back around, because there's something that they feel that you either owe them, or that they feel that they should reap the benefits of, even though this was your work, even though this was your chapter, your... Some of you, again, guys, the lights are flickering. Some of you may have, there's almost like this, there's definitely here somebody that's trying, they're trying to get themselves seen by you. They're trying to get themselves seen by you. Whether it is that they're showing up in your dreams, whether it is that they're all over your social media, whatever it is, there's somebody that wants to get your attention and be like, I want to reap the rewards with you. And again, for a lot of you, that has nothing to do with romantic connections. That can be any type of connection. But it is definitely is going to allow you to, it's almost like the wisdom or whatever it is that you have learned is going to allow you to see this, or to see these individuals' actions before they occur. With the Crown, we're looking at your higher self, that connection with the universe. We have the Six of Swords. There's definitely something that has died. The Seven of Wands. And then we have the Four of Wands. There is a perspective here, a belief system, excuse me. Something that was holding you back from being you, something that was holding you back from expressing yourself, something that was holding you back from feeling connected. That has been released or is being released during this time. With the Seven and the Four of Wands, again, there's something, whatever this was for you guys, it was very definitely hard to walk away from. Again, it could have been a perspective of the type of family you wanted to have, the religion that you were in, the type of work, whatever it was, right? Whatever this was that has been broken down, that you're being asked to walk away, is almost like it broke your heart into a million pieces, but you knew that it was something that needed to be let go of. You knew that it was something that was weighing you down and was not allowing you to connect in the way that you wanted to, that was not allowing you to live from like your higher self, was not allowing you to follow your path, right? So this, whatever it was, put in a lot of limitations. It had a lot of restrictions. It had a lot of rules. It had a lot of, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't talk like that, you can't dress like that, you can't do this. Like, there was just a ton of like restrictions when it came to this. But again, it was something that you held very close to you. Again, this could have been a marriage, this could have been anything, but it was something that, even though it tore you apart inside to walk away from it, it was something that you knew you needed to walk away from. So let's go ahead and see. So we have the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups, and then the Sun. So again, whatever this was, definitely was, it was heartfelt, right? There is a need here that you kind of need to allow yourself to finish the grieving process of this, so that, and the reason for that, right? There's always a reason, whether you want to get upset over it or not. There's always a reason for everything that fucking happens, right? So in order for you to not go with the back and forth, right, with this heartbroken thing, right, whatever shattered your heart, there is a need to grieve it to the end, right? There is a need of like almost a pause to rest and allow yourself to release, right? Allow yourself to forgive yourself as well, right? So that moving forward, this is not coming back around. So that whenever you're hitting a certain level, right, or when you're ready to start a new chapter, when you're ready to go to the next level, this doesn't come creeping back. So this is something that needs to be released completely so that you can go ahead and move forward. We do have the Sun, which is beautiful, because I feel that once you allow yourself, right, to make peace with it 100%, right, to allow yourself to go through all the grieving process of this, there's definitely going to be a lot of changes coming in your way, and a lot of these changes are coming in in a sense or in a way that you are starting to take actions, right? You're no longer waiting for things to be given to you, if that makes any sense. There's almost this realizing or this recognizing that in order for you to achieve the things that you want, you always have to take the first step, right? That first step, regardless of how fearful it is, you need to take it. And that's kind of like what's going on here, where again, this releasing this thing may have been, it was painful, I'm not gonna lie. We have the Three of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Hierophant, and then the World. It was painful, but it's like the minute you release it, the minute you allow yourself to move away from it, there's definitely a lot of opportunities, a lot of doors that are opening, and whatever it was that you lost is being replaced with something more abundantly, right? So if it was a romantic connection, it's like finally connecting to somebody that gets you, right? Somebody that you don't have to constantly have to change for, somebody that you don't have to go ahead and try to explain yourself to, is somebody that accepts you in every way. If it's in regards to work or career, it's like moving in the direction of a new job, something that is more fit for you, whether it is starting your own business or whatever it is. And that's the thing, is like that is we're ending with the world, right? We're ending with the world. We're ending with that card of a kind of like allowing. The way that I look at this card, and again, depending on the deck that you're using, you're going to see it, you're going to intuitively pick up different things. But the way that I'm picking this up is finally, see, and that's the thing, is like finding that balance, right, within all of your chakras, right? To be able to feel that alignment within, right? So that outwardly things, you can start manifesting the things that you want. But it's also recognizing and realizing that there is going to be daily work that needs to be done, right? But that does not mean that every day you have to work on everything to an extent, right? So this is, again, and I've talked about this in the past, where your intuition, right, your body is going to let you know what you need. It's going to let you know what you need to eat, what you need to drink, what colors you need to wear, what, how to do your hair, whatever it is, right? And at times, again, when it comes to your eating, whatever it is that you're eating today is going to help you for whatever it is that you are going to experience tomorrow. But if you're not allowing yourself to literally find that balance within yourself, right? If you don't find yourself aligned within yourself, then that is when you see yourself eating crap, and then it's like the next day something comes up and it's like you can't do it, you can't function, because the poor choices that you made the day before are not in alignment with what it is that you're dealing with the next day. I hope that makes sense, guys. It makes sense in my head, let's just put it that way. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull out some cards. Do I want to use these? No, I'm going to use other cards. So I'm going to use, I haven't used them in a while, the Mystical Dream Tarot. Since we are talking about waking up in the middle of the night constantly, for those of you that are waking up, let's put it this way. So I am going to go ahead and pull out some cards for love, and then we'll pull out some cards for finances and career. So 56, love. So let's go ahead and see what is in the love for the collective. Whether it's old love, new love, self-love. So we have the Divine Tower in the reverse, the Dreamer of Wands, and then the Ace of Cups. There is no butter. We're not coming in the room. There is something that and I feel that this is an old connection, to be honest with you, that with this Divine Tower in the reverse, there is something that is trying to break, right? Something that is trying to kind of crumble, something that needs to end, that either you or someone else is resisting. There's somebody that is resisting an ending here. Somebody that is looking at what was and trying to rekindle, restart something. But I don't know if this is an old connection. I feel that is something that it almost like it served its purpose, and either one person or both have to let go. We have the Moon Chariot in the upright, the Two of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody is almost like somebody wants to make an offer, but it's the way that I'm picking it up is like almost there is possibility, let's put it this way, within this connection, right? Again, this is somebody from the past, but the thing is that there's somebody that becomes completely unstable or both of you do, in one way or another, when the two of you get together. Whether it is because the other person or you yourself have not find that balance within yourself, that alignment, it's almost like it starts off pretty good. It starts off like, yeah, we can make this work, but then it quickly turns into like almost a codependency type of connection. But it's almost like a one-sided type of thing, where somebody, it's almost like this other person is like, they feel like they need you to survive. I don't know if that makes sense. And maybe in order for this connection to work, what has to be let go of, right, is that the person realizing and recognizing that they need to be able to stand on their own 2 feet without you. And that's not just financially, guys. I'm picking this up more emotionally. The 4 of Cups in the reverse, the Wise Fox in the reverse, and the Match in the reverse. Honestly, personally, I would say I just feel that there's too much trying to make this work is going to bring in a little bit too much unsteadiness, too much. There's a lot of imbalance here, a lot of bickering, a lot of fighting back and forth, a lot of wanting to control one another, a lot of revisiting whatever went wrong. This is something, again, that I feel this connection within itself, whoever this is for, this connection has served its purpose. Yeah, somebody doesn't want to let go here. The 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, the Spirit of Wands in the reverse, and then the Dreamer Protector in the upright. Someone is like, I fucking finally see it. I realize it now. But realizing it and making the changes that are necessary are 2 different things. There's someone here that wants to hold on based on fear, based on either not wanting to see the other person with someone, or it's like almost like they regret walking away. But I don't know. I wouldn't advise it, to be honest with you. So if you go ahead and you tell me, well, what do you think? I'm going to be like, well, based on the way those cards came out, keep it moving. Any new love for the collective? I just gotta laugh. Any new love for the collective? And honestly, it's just one of those things. Like, it's, you know, sometimes things do come around and they can work. But again, like, you have to know your own situation. Whoever it is that is asking, there is definitely this energy of like almost. It's almost like a possessive type of energy, like somebody wants to possess or control, like own someone else. So we have the 4 of Pentacles, right? Because the way that I'm looking at it is like there's more than meets the eye, or more than needs to be revealed when it comes to the connection from the past. I'm trying to pick out cards for the future, for a new connection, but it's still the old connection coming through. So we have the Dreamer Carrier came out in the reverse. So there's definitely a sense here somebody is being led to walk away from this, because we have the Temperance in the reverse, because again, there is no balance. There is no balance, because again, there's somebody here within this old connection, guys, that it's almost this energy of like being very selfish. And it's like everything starts off fine, but then it quickly escalates to where it becomes one-sided. So any new connection. So we have the Divine Tower. So once you release yourself, or you allow the old connection to crumble down, We have the Four of Swords. I feel that some of you are definitely going to have to fight your way out of that old connection, and then the Lady of Wands. But I do feel that that is going to put you in a position, in a place where you're going to allow yourself again to be open to love, to be open to the opportunity of love. If you still have this old connections energy lingering around, it's almost like a blocking you, right? It's almost like a blockage type of thing. Whether it is because you're contemplating of going back with the person or something like that. So there is a decision that needs to be made to let go of the past, to allow yourself to open the door for new love. The Two of Wands in the reverse, the Lady of Swords, and then the Six of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, it's almost like some of you really have been wanting a new connection, have been wanting someone new to come, but you're still in this back and forth energy, this undecisive energy when it comes to someone from the past. That needs to be released. That needs to be released in order to allow something new to come in. We have the Priestess of Dreams, the Lord of Wands, and then the Ace of Cups. What you have been asking for, or what you have been wanting, is available for you, but only when you release. You say you want one thing, but then your actions, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it is you're entertaining someone from the past or something like that, is not allowing this new love to come in. It's not allowing it to come in. So release. I feel that you have to, yeah. So we have Sophia and we have the Dreamer of Pentacles. Free yourself. So there's communication that needs to be, there's boundaries or communication that needs to end with someone from the past. I feel that some of you are having conversations or having some type of connection with someone from the past where you are it's almost like you're giving someone false hope over rekindling something, which is not allowing any new energies to come in for love. So now let's go ahead and see if they release their ex completely and open themselves up for love. What is coming in for them? Once they release the past completely, something flipped. That was the only one? Okay. So we have the Nine of Wands, the Spirit of Wands, and then the Eight of Swords. There is no, because that's the thing. We have the Nine of Wands, we have the Spirit of Wands, and then we have the Eight of Swords. Some of you want to rekindle something with someone from the past and you're not being honest with yourself. Some of you want the new energy with someone from the past. You're blocking any new love or any new energy from coming forward. Because we have the Six of Wands, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and then the Four of Swords. It's like almost this like fighting not to be with somebody, but fighting not to let go of the person at the same time. And you're not allowing any new energy to come in. We have the Three of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Seven of Cups. There's definitely someone like there's definitely the opportunity for new love, if you allow yourself to release yourself. And as somebody with the Seven of Cups energy, I feel that it's somebody that has had like similar experiences to you, if that makes any sense, or someone that is just kind of gonna, it's almost like they're just gonna get you, right? But it's almost like right now their energy is like is like at war with the other energy, with the energy of the person from the past. We have the Three of Wands, the Six of Cups in the reverse, and then the Four of Cups in the reverse. Some of you are definitely headed to, sorry to say it, but some of you are going into another cycle with someone from the past. There's still lessons that need to be learned, that need to be released. The Ace of Swords, the Mat, and the Innocent. Some of you have definitely chosen to like it's almost like you close your heart out because of whatever occurred in your last relationship. So for those of you that are wanting new love, there is definitely a sense here to allow the healing process to kind of take its course, and allow yourself to be healed before you try to manifest someone else into your life. Because I feel that even if you have people that are interested in you, let's put it this way, you may find yourself in a position, let's put it this way, where you're going on dates, but things are not moving forward past like the 1 or 2 dates. And again, it is because there is this sense of almost, it's like you're trying to start something new with someone new, but you're almost energetically too attached to someone from the past, because you have yet allowed that foundation or that energy, that connection to really, really, really be cut off. So it's like a lot of you may have a lot of offers coming in, but I don't see anything literally like manifesting from those offers. It's like as quickly as you connect with people, it's as quickly as you're either going to lose interest or the other person is going to lose interest, and they're going to be leaving. Because it's like any person that comes in is battling the energy of the person from the past, of your ex. Because you yourself are unsure if you're really done with that connection from the past. We have the Priestess of Dream, the Four of Pentacles, and then the Sophia. Some of you are trying to debate within yourself if you want a new opportunity with this person or if you want someone new. Or some of you are lying to yourself, telling yourself that you're over someone when you're not. So until you don't clear that out of your energy, it's like nothing, even if something new comes in, it's just going to be temporary. I don't know if that makes any sense, guys. I mean, I'll try one more time, but it's like nothing wants to come up for anyone new. Nope. We have the Two of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. With the Two of Swords, there's definitely in the reverse. There's a choice. You have to be honest with yourself. Do you want to try to work something out with someone, or do you want someone new? There is definitely here somebody that is lying to themselves, telling themselves or telling others that they're over someone when they truly aren't. So that is on Pulling for Love. Let's go ahead and see in finances. What do we have for finances in career? And if I remember, I'll go ahead and timestamp it. I'm writing it down so I can remember, but so what is, all right, I'll switch decks. I don't want to hear nothing about your ex anymore. Where are my little ones? What do I want to use? want to use the white cats. So finances and career. I was looking for my other deck. I don't know where I put it. These are tiny. All right, finances and career for the collective. What is the energy? The Ace of Wands, the Strength, and then the Hangman in the reverse. So there's definitely you need to. It looks weird because it's like the Hangman the way he is, right? So we have the Hangman in the reverse, the Strength, and then we have the Ace of Wands. These things are so tiny. I'm gonna need glasses. Anyways, so there is, hi Deborah. So there's definitely here, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your career, there's the leap. There's a chance that there's opportunities that are available to you. There's a risk that you need to take. There is this knowing that you need to know, that you have to feel within yourself that the time is now. The time to take action is now. If you are unsure on how to do that, there is definitely a sense of needing to go ahead and ask your guides, ask your angels, your ancestors for advice. We have the Two of Wands, we have the Two of Pentacles, and then we have the Star. So there's definitely here there is a sense of whatever it is that you want to manifest, whatever it is that you want to bring into reality, you have the opportunity to do so. But again, we're moving from the Ace to the Two of Wands. It's like you need to ask for what it is. There's definitely a sense here that there is definitely going to, it's almost like you're going to be required to kind of juggle or kind of multitask, if that makes any sense, because what it is that you are creating or what it is that you are doing is coming almost like at a higher level of responsibility, right? So there is definitely a sense of allowing yourself to kind of have that room where you're not so rigid or so headstrong on needing things to go a specific way, but also allowing yourself. It's like when I talk about it on Patreons on Friday, we talk about faith, but we also talk about flexibility, knowing that there has to be this flexibility within what you're doing, within life in itself. And just because you're flexible about certain things does not mean that you don't have faith. It's just knowing that sometimes things are not going to come in the way that you assume that they were. I hope that makes sense. So we have the King of Wands, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So with the King of Wands and the Four of Swords, in the reverse, and then the Queen of Pentacles, excuse me guys, there's definitely, again, when I look at that Four of Swords in the reverse, it almost reminds me of like, why are you not resting, or why are you not taking that time? I feel that it's almost like you guys feel that you have to work yourself like a dog in order to see anything manifest. And it's like, no, that's not the case. If you take the opportunities, if you take the risk when you're told to, right? When you initially feel them, I feel that everything will transition and everything will work in your favor a lot quicker. What is causing you guys to have to work like extra or work harder is the fact that you're not taking the risk when they first appear, but you're instead delaying them or overthinking or overanalyzing. We have Justice, we have the Ten of Pentacles, And then we have the lover. So again, there's definitely justice here that it's occurring, that is trying to occur when it comes to your finances, when it comes to, living the life that you've always dreamt of, right? Living the life that you imagine, right? Be doing something that you're passionate about, not just a day to day, like, going to work for a paycheck. But there's definitely risk. There is a risk here that needs to be taken. There is knowing, trusting yourself during the process. But with this hangman in the reverse, is like you need to stop saying that you're gonna do it when this happened, when that happens. It's like just go for it. We have the Eight of Wands with the Nine of Cups. Again, some of you feel that you're going to find yourself almost unbalanced, or almost like the universe is asking too much of you. But that's not the case. That's not the case. That's not the case. Whatever it is that you're being asked to do, you're going to be able to handle it. We have the Hierophant and the Six of Swords. So there's definitely a need to stop with the old mentality, right? That there's only 24 hours. There's a lot that you can do in 24 hours. That's all I'm saying. So there is a need here, like there's something with a clock. There's something with time that is almost kind of like keeping you guys from taking that step. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, and then the Seven of Wands in the upright. So again, stop worrying about. I'm just looking to see what else is on here. You need to stop worrying about the time. My ears are itching. Whatever it is that you guys are being asked to take a risk on, I wouldn't put it off. I wouldn't. I feel that if you put it off, you're going to quickly realize that you missed like a huge opportunity. I don't know why that's coming up. There's something creatively, there's either a job that you have been asked to take. Some of you are afraid to move. Some of you are afraid to go for it. Some of you, the risk is moving. Some of you are being asked to move, like out of state, out of the country, or whatever it is, and you're worried about how you're gonna, like, how your family is gonna be, how your family is gonna take. I don't know. There's something that is almost holding you back. That there's a risk that you're being asked to take. Yeah, we have the Knight of Wands. Take that risk, and go ahead and follow what it is that you're being guided to do during this time. Stop putting it off. We have the Devil with the Knave of Wands. So in the reverse. And that's the thing. I feel that there is, and we have the World. Again, there's somebody, or there's something that it is almost like somebody is almost like telling you that what you want or what you're thinking of doing is almost like selfish, or it's almost like you're not taking other people's thoughts or feelings into consideration. But with the World card, again, this Devil energy, I feel, is what you should be embracing, in the sense where you should not allow anybody to come between you and your dreams and your goals. Now, that's not to say that we go ahead and there goes the lights again. That is not to say that we are in a space where we are backstabbing. No, none of that. This is about this Devil energy. The way that I'm picking it up is about you standing up for yourself. Again, not allowing yourself to be held back by those that do not have dreams of their own. We have the 10 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. So, and the Wheel, of course. So again, we have this sense, right, that that risk, whatever it is, you need to take it. You need to take it so that you can have what it is that you want. And it's in your hands. It is available to you now. So stop procrastinating and stop believing those that are telling you that either you're dreaming too high or that you're being too selfish as you're dreaming. I hope that makes sense, guys. Well, that is all that I have for you guys for tonight. As you guys know, I clean well. As I'm saying goodbye. No, let me stop. I can't sing. If you guys would like, whoever is still here, I can pull out some oracle cards for you guys. I do have the Believe in Your Own Magic oracle deck out because I was using it for something earlier today. I love those cards, as you guys know, because it's always reminding you to go back to yourself. It's always encouraging you to believe in yourself. And it usually gives you a lot of little good hints and things like that. So if you would like me to go ahead, I can pull out 3 oracle cards for you. So just go ahead and let me know on the live chat. If not, I am going to be signing off. It is 10:40 p.m. and why is my computer not charging? And then you realize that the computer hasn't been plugged in this entire time. So we're gonna plug it in before we end up losing everybody, right? All right, Sabrina. So let's go ahead and see what are your 3 oracle cards. Thank you guys for spending this time with me. Let's go ahead. 10:40. I need water. Lots and lots of water. All right. Okay. And then Brittany. Why? I don't know why I always want to say it like that. Brittany. Now, let me go ahead. All right, Sabrina. Alrighty. So we have number 42, the homeward. Take yourself out on a date. So this is definitely talking about that, spending that time with yourself. This card usually talks a lot about like meditation, kind of just looking at where it is that you are in life and where it is that you want to head to, right? With the lioness, there is number 13. You've earned all of your stripes. There's definitely a needing to stand strong within whatever it is that you have accomplished. There's definitely there's this sense of like, you don't give yourself enough credit. You need to give yourself enough credit, and you really need to realize how much you have actually grown, and just allow yourself to embrace that. And again, if anybody from your past is trying to bring certain behaviors back, just look at them and be like, you know what? I'm not there anymore. If you want to live there, good for you, but that's not where I'm at anymore. And then your third card we have is number 4. Treat your body like the palace that it is. So there's definitely a sense here of needing to, it's almost like your physical body is trying to call you out on certain things, right? Certain little behaviors that need to be changed, right? Whether it is, because I feel that whatever it is not so much like the normal like exercising this and this and that type of thing. This is more things that cause your stress level to go up that then are physically manifesting in your body. So those are the things that you kind of have to watch out for, because those elevations of like your blood pressure going up and down, your heart rate and things like that are not good in the long run. And you guys know that I sometimes start talking about health and stuff like that. I do have a nursing license. So if that happens, guys, that's the reason why. But there's definitely a sense of like needing to pay attention to those stress level. Even if it's like little things, not really letting them get to you, Sabrina. You're welcome. So then we have Brittany. I'm probably not even saying that, love. So apologies for butchering your name. But let's go ahead and let's pull out some 3 cards for you. This ball is like making so much noise right now. It's like I need to put both my feet up. How do you fix which part, Sabrina? And I'll get back to you. You can write it. I don't know exactly which part you want to fix. So Bray, we have wings. You never needed those wings to fly, which is number 8. Raindrops, take a chance on them, number 39. Which is kind of funny because then we have number 35, the shark, swim away from this situation. So with the number 8, there's definitely something that you are either realizing or someone that you're realizing that you really didn't need in order to go ahead. I'll get to your question now, Sabrina, that, there's somebody that you do definitely, it's almost like something that someone told you that you needed, right? Whether it was that you needed to do your hair a certain way or that you had to do things a certain way in order to appeal to a certain audience or something like that. There's something that somebody was trying to almost force you or mold you into in order to fit their own vision of something that you need to, it's like you need to realize that that is not true. You need to realize that you have everything within yourself when it comes to what it is that you want to pursue, right? To what it is that you want to create. With the number 39, I feel that when it says take a chance on them, there is someone that is almost coming in with an apology. And what is funny about it, because then we have the number 35, there is a sense here when, as you're taking a chance on them, it's not so much about reconnecting or restarting something from the past. It is more about allowing yourself to receive the apology, to allow yourself to forgive and free yourself from a situation, whether that was love or, somebody that you worked with or whatever it is, that needs to be released. Because when we look at the shark here with swim away from the situation, it's like once the apology is given and is received, there is a sense of needing to set those boundaries, because regardless of anything, this person still has, it's like they still, it's almost like they're coming in, yes, they are apologizing, but they're almost unaware of the fact that they're going to do the same thing, right? So there is no need for you, in a sense, to relive this cycle with this person again, regardless of whether they're love or whatever it is. But there is definitely a sense of allowing them. I feel that there's almost this needing to allow people to apologize, right? Allowing people to express themselves, but knowing that you no longer have to stay within those situations with those individuals. Sabrina, when it comes to your high blood pressure, you have to first see if it's coming from the ascension process itself or if it's hereditary, right? Whether it is that you have family members like your mother, your father who had high blood pressure. And for that, I would definitely say to go ahead and ask your physician about it. Personally, for me, my blood pressure, when I do not get enough rest, elevates. I can go from being at 190 over 120 and then waking up after a 20-minute nap and having my blood pressure like normal, which normal for me is pretty low. So as far as that, I would say talk to your doctor so that they can show you how to, they do sell the electronics ones that you can use, but to kind of find what your baseline is with your blood pressure. And, simple things that you can definitely do are definitely like meditating, just taking some time to kind of like just breathe and things like that. But definitely follow up with your doctor if you're having a lot of high blood pressure issues during this time. I know there was a video that was talking about about how when people are going through the ascension problems, their blood pressure elevates and things like that. But it's always good to follow up with a doctor, just for the simple fact that a lot of people do not know what their normal blood pressure is. A lot of people do not know what their normal body temperature is, their normal heart rate is. And there's definitely ways that you can keep track of them so that you know if something that you're eating, like I know a lot of things about my body because I keep a lot of journals about different things within my body, which has allowed me to know my body. But again, if anything seems a little bit too high or a little bit too low, definitely speak to your physician. Now, one thing I do want to say about that, remember, yes, they are doctors. They went to school for it, but in all essence, they work for you. You are the patient. So if you have a question, you should be able to reach out to your physician and be like, hey, can we talk about this? How can I do that? And I always say, whenever you guys are getting your doctors, and I'm just throwing this out there because I say this to my kids all the time, when they're adults, I keep on telling them, when you meet a doctor, the doctors need to know that they're in an interview with you, right? You decide whether or not if you're going to have a doctor treat you or not. But when it comes to blood pressure, personally, I'm not on any medications or anything like that. Again, my issue personally is in regards to my sleep because of the narcolepsy. So rest, when I don't get enough rest, not sleep, rest, my blood pressure tends to elevate. So I know that there are things that I can do. I can sit down and meditate, or I just sit down in a quiet area with dark lighting and things like that. And that usually helps me personally to elevate it. But again, I do work very closely with my doctors to see what has and hasn't worked. So if you feel that you're having a lot of issues with your blood pressure at this time, definitely follow up with your doctor. A quick email should be sufficient. And if they feel the need to get you to come in, they will. They'll probably take your blood pressure a couple of times throughout the week to see what is at, so that they can get what your regular or your medium blood pressure is. Well, that is all that I have for you guys. So if no one else wants cards pulled, I am going to go ahead and put these away. Have a wonderful night, guys. And again, if you wake up in a couple of hours, do not go back to sleep. Take a pen and paper, write down your ideas, take a few minutes, meditate, breathe. And if you're being asked to do something, go ahead and do it. And trust me, once you are done doing whatever it is you're being led to do, you are going to sleep and you're going to rest and you're going to wake up on time to do everything that you need to do. Trust me. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye. And now we end it. It's always fun for me.